Yankees Files podcast. We are back. I'm Will Harris. I tried to think of like a Steve that would really capture the moment, and nothing really came to mind. So I'm going to go with your Upper West Side of Manhattan resident, Steve Martin. And the rest of you are
Steve
fans of the team that just vanquished the Red Sox in the wild card series, the team that held its opponents to the second lowest expected weighted on base average of any wild card team during the wild card series. And of course, and arguably most importantly, the only team that employs one Cameron Schlittler. That team is, of course, the ALDS bound New York Yankees. Steve, this is the closest thing Yankees Files has ever had to an emergency podcast, I believe. And it, as we have both joked, is funny that we would be doing this at all. But there's a ton to get into regarding the series that was and the series that will be against Toronto. But first, how are you doing?
I'm still buzzing from Cam last night. That was unbelievable. We could talk forever about everything that happened, and I was like nervously holding back some tweets about how good he looked early because he was doing things, four-seam sinker, the sinker, like what? And I was like, I don't want to say anything because it could all turn, and then it'll be like, God, I don't want to. And it was around like the fifth inning. I was like, I'm doing it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I started sending out positive Cam tweets, and
he was unbelievable.
It was crazy. And you missed one interesting historical tidbit the Yankees did yesterday, which, if we're counting 2020, but since the institution of the 3-game playoff for the wild card, the Yankees are the first team to come back after losing the first game, which obviously I'm happy the Yankees did it. I'm also just happy, like, probability wise, that it finally happened. It was absurd that no team had done that. Like, that's not that hard to do. I mean, like,
I think you said it happens all the time during the regular season.
All the time. And could there be, if you win game one, you can leverage your bullpen differently. And there could be some
Alex
reasons.
Cora tried to do that.
Right. Yeah, he did. So there could be reasons why it would be harder in that scenario than just any regular season scenario. I get that. But winning two, I mean, like, how many teams go down 2 games in a best of 7, then they win 2 in a row? I mean, like, there's so many, times that happens.
Yeah. I mean, the Yankees recently have been down 2 in a best of 5 and 1. So it's weirder. I agree that it had never happened with a team down 1 in a best of 3.
Right. The history on it's not that long, right? It's not like but still it was like 15 times or something. It was weird. It was a little weird. So I'm glad that we were the first ones to do that. It's not like 04, but it's our mini microcosm of doing what had never been done before. But yeah, man, Cam Schlittler, Max Fried pitched great. Offense didn't really show up at all.
Nope.
That was disturbing. If you had told me the Yankees would hit 2 home runs, which is I think all that happened over a 3-game series, I would have said they lost.
Yeah, the Yankees had a 271 xWOBA, which was actually 4th among wild card teams, but was not good. The only team over 317 was the Dodgers, and they happened to be facing an 83-win team. So.
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't know if we talked about it much on the last pod, but it was in the middle of the first game or like after that was over, it really dawned on me just how perfectly the Red Sox were positioned to take on the Yankees in a short series. Like you couldn't have put together a situation that was going to be harder in a short series.
Yeah, pitcher A's, get the lefties out of the lineup.
Yep, and then you got Chapman, who just doesn't matter who you're facing with that. I mean, so it was a very tough series, and the Yankees are incredibly lucky, frankly. They are very lucky that they won that second game in particular. They're lucky the 4th inning happened last night.
Yep.
A lot of good things happened and bounced their way. The whole Jazz scoring from first thing, the number of things it was going through my mind that had to come together for that run to score.
The ball had to hit the wall where it did. Like,
and it had to be Jazz, or it had to be Dominguez, or like it had to have only been a couple people on the team. Caballero, maybe, like a few guys that are scoring from that situation. So, like, man, Durant dropping the ball, like, versus Judd, like, things I love, but things that you couldn't count on to keep happening. Like,
not at all.
Man. Not that the Red Sox played that well either. I mean, it was very similar. They got Garrett Crochet was amazing. Cam Schlittler was amazing for us, and that was just not as expected. But it was pitching. I mean, the Yankees, I think, have the 3rd highest WOBA of any wildcard team, I think, that played, and it was like 640. It was like bad.
Yeah, they have,
or no, not WBA,
OPS.
OPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they had an 81 WRC plus, which was the third highest.
This offense was just, no one was scoring except the Dodgers. that was it.
And
they were
again, the
Reds.
Dodgers were playing an 83 win team.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, I mean, what a hell of a series. Every game was insanely exciting, taking years off my life, and didn't think Cam should be back out for the 8th. Still kind of think he probably shouldn't have been back out for the 8th, but I mean, it was amazing.
Have you gotten Schlittler, the tattoo, stenciled on your chest yet?
It's sore. I don't want to show you right now.
Okay,
it's very sore. Yeah. No, we'll get there. Yeah, I was hyped last night, man. I like I joked, I wasn't drinking, wasn't doing anything last night, and I felt more just like just high on the game than I did on anything else. So that
I flew home last night and landed like right after the Rosario single.
God, that whole inning.
That was ridiculous. I was walking to the taxi line as they were doing the review of catcher's interference. So like everything happened in the span of me like landing to getting in a taxi, basically, which was crazy. And a few things. First, I thought when I got home, should I like look at tickets and see if I can go catch like 3 innings of this game, which would have been insane. And then after they won, I called my grandmother. I FaceTimed the assistant rector from my dorm in college. I mean, I was just on such a high when they won it. Cause like this actually might be like the place where our generational difference really bears itself out. I remember that the Yankees lost the 2001 World Series, but I wasn't like watching it. I just turned 5 years old. And I remember them losing the 2003 World Series better. But
I remember that one. I remember that one.
Yeah. The first like real big series that I have an extremely good memory of, like a clear one, is 04.
Yeah. That's tough.
And I'm not going to say like, I've been carrying around those demons for 21 years, but like, it's nice to, in the same way that beating the Angels in 2009 was nice because the Angels had the Yankees number for a little while. It feels nice with this era of Yankees team to meet the Red Sox in the playoffs and beat them. And I don't really read anything into 2018 or 2021 because in one game or in one series, the Red Sox were cheating. And in the other, it was one game and Garrett Cole was injured. And I didn't think the team was very good. Yeah. So it's not about, the Red Sox were better than the Yankees are better now. I would never draw that conclusion from a smattering of playoff games played over 7 years.
No.
However, it's nice to come up against the Red Sox and beat them. It's nicer than a normal playoff series win. This is more satisfying 100%. By a pretty serious margin than if this series had been against Detroit or Cleveland or Seattle or whoever else.
100. And Aaron Boone in his interview said that this was the most pressure-packed game he had ever experienced, player or manager. This wild card game against the, and I felt it. I mean, we went through the whole playoff run last year. I don't remember ever being as nervous as I was coming into that game last night. I was a mess. I really was, because losing to the Red Sox, it'll suck if we lose to the Blue Jays in the ALDS. I don't like the Blue Jays. I really want to beat them. It will hurt so much less than it would have losing to the Red Sox in the wild card. It would have ripped me up a little bit. I think I was playing strong last time we talked about it. No, that would have been brutal. It would have melted me. So huge to get that win. It's so cathartic. It does. It feels like a little bit of a monkey off your back. It doesn't mean anything in terms of the Yankees are better or whatever. I mean, I think the Yankees are a better team, but I think they're a better team because of 162, not because of this 3-game series.
Yeah, that was something that my dad. So people are familiar with my dad's approach to baseball analysis. He's been on the podcast no shortage of times. And he was insisting to me that the Yankees were only 3% better than the Red Sox because 5 games is like 3% of 162. And that's immaterial. And that maybe because the Red Sox own them in the regular season, the Red Sox are really the better team. What I encouraged him to reckon with is, why were the Red Sox then 10 games worse than the Yankees against everyone else? And I've not gotten a good answer to that yet. Dad, if you think of one, you know how to get in touch with me.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox had one. They like I just said, they were clearly positioned for a 3-game series to come in and do damage that I think they would have been exposed immediately in the next series. They wouldn't have had Garrett Crochet just to
they were
to start the
exposed
series
immediately in the next 2 games. They didn't let.
They were. Well, I think that the second game, I think they played it actually very smart. It just didn't work. It didn't. I think we were all over Bayo. They had to pull him. They had to go right to the bullpen.
That's fair.
And the bullpen did silence the offense.
What they didn't do that was smart was have someone other than Aroldis Chapman up in the bullpen in case Garrett Whitlock gave the Yankees
Whitlock
the
in
lead.
Too long. They left him in way too long. That was.
Maybe it wouldn't have mattered unless they were willing to pull early, excuse the pun, and bring in Whitlock in the 4th inning. But maybe that would have mattered. But the fact that after giving up the hit to Wells, Whitlock had to face multiple more batters.
Yeah, that was insane.
Because Aroldis Chapman was the only guy warming up in the bullpen and they weren't going to bring him in without the lead was crazy. And there was a lot made going into this series and throughout this series about the impact of managers and who's better between Alex Cora and Aaron Boone. For everything that people wanted to say about Aaron Boone after game 1 of this series, Alex Cora looked like a buffoon the rest of the time. I mean, he managed game 2 in what I think is a truly baffling way. I think it makes sense that he managed it as if he was trying to win, but like the Yankees gave him a perfect lane for left-handed relievers, and he let multiple left-handed relievers face Giancarlo Stanton when he didn't have to. That was insane. Not having someone up to replace Garrett Whitlock was insane. Leaving Whitlock in as long as he did was insane. Pulling Bayo as early as he did and then not really having a plan was kind of crazy. I think there was a lot to take issue with in the way that the bunt with Ceddanne Rafaela, especially first of all, the Yankees are in love with walking Ceddanne Rafaela. Fernando Cruz is in love with walking anyone. Fernando Cruz would walk me.
Yeah.
And you have Rafaela bunt twice and he pops it up. Like Alex Cora looked like a buffoon in that game. And then honestly, I think you can quibble with how long he left Connolly early in the game.
That maybe
he was getting BABIP'd, but like still.
Yeah, no, if we're being real, Connolly early looks really good. He looks like a really good
really
pitcher.
Good the first time through.
Even after that, no one really hit anything. Stanton hit a ball really hard.
Happened. But I think
Ahmed Rosario had a hard ground ball, but Volpe didn't. Bellinger certainly didn't.
He made guys look very silly the first time through in a way that he very much did not the second time.
Oh, he made Rice look pretty silly twice.
Which was funny.
No one was really doing that much against him. I mean, I don't know. I left that. I mean, I think he had like a 0.6 FIP on that game.
He did,
it was ridiculous. I mean, stuff was really good. I mean, I was concerned he might look like that, and he did. We just got lucky. Really, we got BABIP. We did.
Yeah.
The thing that happens to us all the time.
We guards balled our way to a win.
We did a little bit, but still, even then, on the whole, because Cam was so good, we still made better contact than the Red Sox did the whole game. I mean, we did. So we deserved a run, probably on the Stanton ball more than anything else. That deserved to be a home run. So we would have won 1-0. Like, I mean, we deserve that win. So
Cam, the StatCast era goes back to 2015. There are only 6 starts, Cam's being the 6th, in the StatCast era in which a pitcher threw at least 100 pitches and allowed an xWOBA of 163 or better. Cam last night, Scooble on Tuesday.
Wow.
and then a Wheeler start in 2023, a Verlander start in 2019 ALDS, Strasburg in the 2017 NLDS, and Scherzer in the 2019 NLCS.
Yeah.
Like, what an incredible group for Cam to be a part of. Cam was also the only pitcher in postseason history to throw 8 scoreless innings with at least 12 strikeouts and no walks.
Yeah, first one ever.
Like, what? I mean, and then if you look at Yankees postseason history, obviously there's a perfect game in there, but there are only 4 games in Yankees postseason history.
The Clemens game. That's ridiculous.
The Clemens game is unbelievable. That's probably,
that might never be topped.
Even accounting for the perfect game, that's probably the best pitch.
It was one hit, right? One hit, 15 Ks,
strikeouts, and 2 walks. Yeah, there are only 4 performances in Yankees postseason history with 10 or more strikeouts, no runs, 5 or fewer hits in 8 or more innings. And it's the Clemens game, the Schlittler game, and Ali Reynolds game from...
Didn't Cole have something close to that? Sorry, continue.
Cole may have had something close to that. An Ali Reynolds game from the 52 World Series and a Bob Turley game from the 58 World Series. Like, what Cam did is so unbelievably rare. And we should appreciate it very much because you just don't see this. I mean, it was at least at worst, it was the best postseason pitching performance by a Yankee in the last 25 years. Which is crazy.
Cole had, it was 2020. He did give up 2 runs, but it was 13 strikeouts, no walks.
That's pretty good.
In 7 innings. Yeah, against the Guardians. Or I guess back then they were probably still...
I think, Indians. Hadn't they become? I don't know.
But all right, so anyway, but in regards to Cam, I feel the need to do this because I have been doing this with Cam the entire time.
Yeah.
And you're already rolling your eyes, I feel like, a little bit.
No, this is going to feed into one of the questions that we got, which is what we're going to do next. So
someone asked me last night, what's stopping me from calling Cam a top pitcher in baseball? And I'm like, there's a lot of things stopping you from calling Cam Schlittler a top pitcher in baseball. And we saw a lot of them even in that game with how good he was. There's basically no variety. He added an unbelievable sinker mix there. He had never thrown more, I don't think, ever reached double digits on percentage usage on a sinker in a start. He was almost 25% sinker usage last night. And the difference between the 4-seam and the sinker was unbelievable. And I was marveling at it all game. And then I got to watch Adam Ottavino on his YouTube channel talk about it in depth. So cool. I didn't know he was even doing that. Ottavino's a really cool guy.
He is.
Definitely worth checking out if you haven't. But yeah, I mean, like he's gross, but he was still relying on being gross. He was commanding his fastball really well. That's true. But the secondary's cutter was all over the place. Curveball's kind of all over the place.
The fact that he can throw the cutter 97 makes up for a lot of the deficiencies.
It's 2 different pitches too. He's got a 90 because then like the one he
there's like a 97 and a 92.
Yeah, there's a slider and a cutter, and I feel like Statcast needs to maybe do something there to differentiate.
The slow cutter is absolutely just a really hard slider.
It's a hard slider. Yeah. But then we saw a couple, like there was one that sequence to Nate Lowe, man. I think it was like 2-2. And he threw a 97-mile-an-hour cutter in on his hands. He fouled it off. And then he drops a 101 sinker inside low. It was like, I mean, you're just watching that like, what the hell are you supposed to do with that? I mean, that's just, but point being, he's not a finished product even after this. He's not a top starter in baseball because of this start. He might struggle his next time out against the Blue Jays. I'm still worried about how he would do. I would still take Max Fried and Carlos Rodon
I've seen
over
him
Cam
struggle
Schlittler.
against the Blue Jays in person. It wasn't fun. We solicited some listener and follower questions, and one that we received from Andrew at Postseason Stanton was Cam Schlittler is a top blank pitcher in MLB. And my response was just, oh gosh, this is like the Luke Weaver stuff from last year.
It is. No, I mean, look, like Cam was also good in his regular season samples. So it's not like this isn't something where a guy that struggled had one good start. Like this is because the stuff is so high octane, he can be quality. I do worry that if any bit of that stuff falls off, then you're in some trouble. But I mean, like assuming the stuff stays the same, like, it's going to be hard to hit 100. Like, I mean, it's going to be hard to do that.
Yeah.
So he will be good in that way, but like him taking that next step, I think the response I had to a guy who asked me that question was about another 100 innings of sustained success and a changeup. Then we can start talking about
or a splitter or a sweeper. Like,
But I think that the sinker was really the first time he had a consistent arm side run pitch.
Yeah.
And so it just,
and you
everything.
can see how much it changed. Yeah.
Oh my God. They were swinging over top of 100-mile-an-hour sinkers. Like Romy swung over one. He wasn't even close to it. It's like a 100-mile-an-hour splitter almost coming
the
out of you.
pitch in on Rafaela's hands that he struck
early?
out on.
Yeah. That second inning, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross. Oh, it was that first inning. It was the first inning after Rice dropped the foul ball. Right. And I was like, oh God, let's not let that turn into something. And then he dots 100 sinker on the outside corner. It was like, whoa.
Like, oh, you can do that?
I didn't know we had that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Unreal.
From Big Radish Industry at Sayam GD. 3 questions, and this is a first-time listener to the podcast. So first of all, thank you, Big Radish Industry.
Have you not interacted with this dude?
Oh, I've interacted with him plenty.
Okay,
but
yeah.
He called out that he's been sampling Yankees podcasts, and it's our turn to get sampled. So we very much appreciate that. First question: do you think Bednar is available for Game 1 after pitching 3 straight days in the wild card series?
It's a good question. I think if you're about to close out a close game. I think if there's a win there for you, yeah, but there's no he's not coming in at anything other than that specific situation. So
I agree.
think in an ideal world they don't use that.
Yeah,
because they'll have Devin. Devin will have had 2 days off in a row. Everyone else after what Schlittler did.
Bednar's the only guy without 2 days off.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, we'll get into the Luis Hill stuff, but they may not be in a safe situation.
Doesn't look good.
Second question looks like the Yankees are going with Hill for Game 1. Why do you think they made that choice over Will Warren? I think it's because Will Warren has a propensity to get shelled. He also has a propensity to throw 6 innings of 2-run ball, but I think it's just that the floor is really low, and I am confident, and I think you would agree, that Hill's floor is equally low, if not lower. It's just not something they've seen this year.
You'd think it would be. I do think there exists something with Hill where he's just weird, and it's not even going to show up on the heart. It doesn't show up anywhere somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's possible, but there is something. Maybe we can give a little credence to that, but no, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like a guy with a 6.5 K per 9 with a 5.2 walks per 9 who does not get ground balls and gives up hard contact is a good option anytime, anywhere, for any reason.
Yeah.
There are things you can look at with Warren where it's hey, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no, Warren has some promising stuff. I think Ryan Garcia has been calling this Will Warren's 2023 Clark Schmidt year, which I think is about right. Totally accurate.
Yeah.
And I would worry that the Blue Jays righties make too much contact for Warren to get swings and misses, and then he still kind of has a tendency to get mauled by lefties at times, and Addison Barger has ruined the Yankees more than once this year. So I don't know, you can tell yourself a story about why you might not want to see Will Warren pitch this game, but it's hard for that story to result in, and therefore Luis Hill should pitch this game, other than that there's just nobody else. And my bet is that we see both of them. Yeah,
that could be true.
I think if you get 10 outs from each of them, that would not be a surprising way for this to go.
This is I was wrong last time when I spoke and I said, hey, you just win the wild card, then it doesn't matter that the division didn't happen. No, it still does matter. It matters right now. It matters Game 1 right now.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm happy we got to see that Schlittler start. We would never have known that would have existed if it didn't happen and we had won in 2 games. But having him Game 1 would have been far superior than what we're going to have to do here. And this is a longer series, but also not really. It's just 5 games, best of 5. So
I don't think we
sacrifice
know,
a game here.
Have you seen, because I don't think we know, is it
the Blue Jays?
Gosman, Bieber,
haven't seen anything.
Is it Savage? Is it? I'm very interested. The only thing that I'm sure of is that it's Gosman Game 1. Yeah, they're all righties, which is helpful.
That's nice. Yeah, love that. Frankly, after what we just went through, because the way the Yankees can hit left-handed pitching, fine. I feel like, but the best
it's nice
avenue
when that
is this way.
Left-handed pitching is not. Garrett
they have
Crochet.
Bullpen lefties, and Goldie will be on the bench, ready to go. We'll have it ready to go. But Savage is kind of nasty.
He is
rookie. Yeah, what's his
Don't
face?
worry,
Look good?
rookies never play well in the playoffs, so we don't have to.
Bieber's looked pretty good. Like, I don't know.
Third question: how much do you value home field advantage?
That's a good question. Probably not that much. Maybe I should more. Maybe I should less. I don't think about it that much. I would rather be at home, but I don't.
It seems like it's a real thing. Like over the large sample
Over the
of
course of a season,
baseball,
it
tends to be a real thing. And I think the thing that, like, I wouldn't care all that much about having home field advantage against Detroit, which they would, or Seattle, which they wouldn't. But Toronto just has this weird stuff at home. And I'm not saying that they're cheating. I'm not.
Period.
But it's not like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying the Blue Jays are cheating. I don't have any information to suggest that the Blue Jays are cheating, but they
play inordinately well.
I am conscious of how well I'm conscious of how well the Blue Jays have played at home, and maybe it would be nice to have the 1-game edge in this series.
Well, so it's 2-2-1, right? That's how this goes.
2-2-1.
Yeah. That really sucks, man, because if they just take those first two, then you're just like, God damn, we got to win both games at home. You got to take one of those first two.
Yeah.
And the first game doesn't look good. So game 2. So Fried would go game 2, right? That's where.
Yes. Yeah. So it would
be on regular rest for game 2.
It would be Heel, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler, Fried.
Yeah. Was that put Fried on short rest for the 5th game?
It would be Sunday and Friday, which I guess is normal rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Really? So in a weird way, that does, like, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think that would give him.
Yeah. That's right. Because
he would have 4 days off in between that?
Off day Monday, off day Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if he's starting game 2, yeah, you're right. 100% right. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I think I feel good if this goes 5 games, honestly. If you're telling me this is going to a 5th game, I don't feel that bad about that. At the same time, I think when I look at the teams, I feel like the Yankees could beat up on Toronto in the right circumstances. I mean, their pitching is not that scary.
No,
it just isn't. It's just their lineup doing that weird thing where they don't strike out and hit the ball hard at the same time. And a lot of guys do that.
Yep.
And it's kind of frustrating. But you can put up big numbers now. Like the offense has felt kind of, dead in this first series because it was really tough. The matchups they had at every damn game was really tough. But
the fact that they will not face someone of Garrett Crochet's ilk unless they face the Tigers in the ALCS feels nice.
Or anybody of Chapman's ilk out of the pen. That player doesn't exist in this.
Yeah, Mason Miller's out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and the Padres bullpen is out of the playoffs.
Yeah, the whole Padres bullpen.
The whole Padres. Yeah, that's right. Mason Miller is yes, right. Yeah.
From Waleed at Waleed_Harani. Hey, Waleed.
What's up, Waleed?
Confidence level out of 10. That is going to happen. 10 being as sure as you can that we will win. And talk about the rotation for the series, Warren or Heel, game 1, etc. I think we covered that, but shout out to Waleed. This was an interesting question from Hoodie Volpe. Which bottom of the order Blue Jays hitter scares you the most? So I guess
back through and look at who's they have some random, like Nathan Lucas. I hate, I guess hate his name.
Yeah, but he's been he's
not actually that good.
A mainstay, and the Yankees are going to throw a couple lefties. But so let's see. Go-to starting lineup versus righties per roster resource. The bottom of the lineup would be Varsho, Santander, Ernie Clement, Andres Jimenez. I think it has to be Santander.
Yeah. He's been
obviously
so
he's
bad.
Been hurt and he's been bad, but the guy who can hit 1 million home runs, I think you have to be conscious of. Ernie Clement, I think has kind of been a thorn in the Yankees side.
He has been.
So maybe it's him, but it's hard for me to say, the career 87 WRC plus hitter scares me more than the guy who hit 44 home runs last year. If Anthony Santander counts, he's my pick. But yeah, like there are a lot of guys in that
guess.
lineup who bother me. Lucas bothers me. Barger bothers me. Davis Schneider kind of bothers me. Miles Straw bothers me. But like, not all of these guys are very dangerous as much as they are annoying. But like,
they have so many annoying
is so dangerous.
bats.
Yeah, the whole team is annoying.
It's just annoying.
Alejandro Kirk, most annoying guy in baseball.
Guerrero himself is annoying. He doesn't strike out.
Mm-hmm.
And he hits the ball hard.
Yep.
So it's like,
just make sure he hits it on the ground.
That's the way, and that's why I actually, though they have so many right-handed bats, I like Max Fried. Again, I don't know how he did against the Blue Jays this year. I remember at least one start that was good. But I feel like he matches up pretty well there, just inducing weak contact early. You know, that should be something I think would bode well against this Blue Jays lineup.
From Matt at Schiff_799, do you think Lauer starts a game, or at least is a bulk guy in one of the games to split up their right-handed starters against the Yanks' big lefty bats? I think they might use thought about it.
He was good for them. I don't know where he ended the season. Did he end the season as a starter or as a reliever? I don't remember, because he was doing both.
Let's see.
And Fried has pitched very well against Toronto this year.
He ended the season as a reliever. His last appearance of more than 3 innings was, or more than 3 1/3, was on August 27th. I mean, it could happen. But it's
Wouldn't
like,
surprise me
if you buy what Scherzer, Bassett, Bieber, Gausman, Savage, does he? I don't know.
I don't think so.
If you buy what then Gausman, Bassett, Bieber, and Savage are all selling, I think it's hard to say, let's give those innings to Eric Lauer. But like, if you buy lefties neutralizing the Yankees to some extent, or you really want to get some combination of Rice and Jazz and whoever out of the lineup, and you want to neutralize Trent Grisham a little bit, maybe, like, I could see it happening, but I don't know how high I think it is on their like strategic priorities.
I don't know. I think it'll depend on maybe how the series goes.
Yeah.
But I think they will be looking to exploit. I think that there's no doubt they watched the Red Sox series and saw that the Yankees offense didn't do a lot, and that we didn't face that much right-handed pitching the entire time.
Yep.
And the little bit that we did, we hit. So,
all right. I think they should throw, like maybe Chasen Shreve for all the innings. From Bad Yankees Takes at YankPlan06, will we ever see a Yankees Files X Johnny's Lasagna collab?
I pray to God we don't. But, you know, but if he wants to come on, he can come on.
If he finds,
he has us both blocked, so he'll never hear about it. But
exactly. If he ever discovers truth and reason, he'd be more than welcome. But I don't know if this is a forum where he would feel overly comfortable.
No, I don't think so.
We have a trivia question from Rob Sasso at Sasso CT, and I don't know the answer. He didn't send me the answer, so we're just gonna guess, and we'll see. We'll see what Rob says.
I mean, like,
who are the 2 players that have both played for all 4 teams alive on the AL side?
So Blue Jays, Yankees, Tigers,
Mariners.
And he's active?
I doubt they're active.
Well, there have to be people that have played for all 4 of those teams. Like more than 2. No?
You think do there? I don't know.
I don't know. So wait, read the question back.
2 questions. Or sorry, 2 questions. Who are the 2 players that have played for all 4 teams alive on the AL side?
That has to be active, right? There have to be players that have done that. More than 2 players that have.
Does it have to be active?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that rare to play for those 4 teams? Maybe. I guess. I don't know.
Curtis Granderson never played for the Mariners, right? But he played for the 3 others.
I'm trying to think of anybody that do the Yankees have anybody that recently played for any of those teams? I don't.
Tommy Canley's played for a couple of them. Chad Green.
He didn't get to the Mariners anyway. Chad Green's not even with the Blue Jays anymore, I don't think.
Curtis Granderson has played for 3 of them. Cameron Maybin has played for at least 2 of them.
I really wish I knew the timeline of this. It'd make it a lot easier.
Yeah. Oh, Cameron Maybin, I think, is one of them. Yes, Cameron. Wait, who's
Tigers?
the fourth
He
team?
was Tigers.
Toronto.
Yeah, Tigers.
He
Mariners.
was never a Blue Jay.
Never a Blue Jay. Yeah.
Never a Blue Jay.
Yep.
Oh man, this is extremely difficult.
The Mariners are honestly like the tricky one. I don't have a lot of Mariner overlap in my brain for a lot of these players.
Who are some Yankees who have been Mariners?
Like Robbie Cano, but like
yeah,
he didn't play for Detroit or Toronto.
Is it one of those
could
like
spend a long time
weird bit guys like Dustin Ackley played for the Yankees and Mariners, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't think he ever played for anybody else. He did play for like the Angels or something, but yeah, not.
Let's see.
Dustin Ackley, man, that's a throwback.
Yeah, this is like
tough. How about Eric Hinsky?
Ooh, that feels like it has
Yankees,
legs.
Blue Jays.
Yankees, sure. Blue Jays, neither of the other two.
I knew he bounced around a little bit, so I thght maybe there was a chance there. Is there a pitcher maybe we're not thinking of?
I imagine it's a pitcher.
Like a reliever or something.
Yeah. Miguel Cairo played for the Yankees and Mariners, but that's it.
Rafael Soriano played for Yankees Mariners. I don't think he ever got to the Blue Jays though.
Octavio Dotel
he played everywhere
for the Yankees, Tigers,
Astros,
Blue Jays, not Mariners. Who's the other guy?
I don't know how to even look this up. I don't know of an easy way to look this up.
I don't know of an easy way to look it up either. LaTroy Hawkins played for the Yankees.
Oh, he played
Blue
everywhere.
Jays.
Yeah, he was. I think he was Mariners too.
Nope.
No.
Rockies
probably at least. I got in there.
Rockies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gosh,
that doesn't matter. But
Rob, this is too hard.
Yeah, I'm realizing now that active would be insane. Now that we've run through this, like there's no way there's active players like that. I can't think of one.
I'm trying to think of like Yankees, Tigers. It's not like Jahmai Jones, right? That would be crazy.
It probably is some random utility kind of thing like that.
Jahmai Jones just has Yankees, Tigers. I felt really good about Curtis Granderson, honestly. Austin Jackson played. He never actually played for the Yankees, but he played for the Tigers and Mariners. Rob, what the heck, man?
That's tough.
All right, let's make one more guess each.
I don't have anything. I mean, there's no like. It's probably some random reliever.
Yeah,
I can't. Clay Rapata. There's no way. I don't even know if he played for any of the other three. I don't either. Came into my head.
Let's see who he played for.
That was just a throwback name that came to my head.
Clay Rapata did play for the Tigers. What about like Steve Garrison? Nope, he was only ever a Yankee, I think. But he was in the Mariners system at one point. Gosh. Chris Bootcheck had a long career, but only ever played for the Angels and Pirates, except for that. All right.
Did Jay Buhner ever play for other teams?
I don't know.
I just thinking of any connection to these.
Ken Phelps, perhaps.
Ken Phelps.
No, just Yankees and Mariners.
Yeah, okay. Well,
all right.
What really sucks about this is there's no way to check this. There has to be some way.
Hector. Wait, is Michael Pineda?
Oh, did he play for the Blue Jays? The other three he got Yankees, Mariners, Tigers, right?
Yankees, Mariners, Tigers, no Blue Jays. God. Oh my gosh.
You've had a couple three Bs. I don't think I've had a three.
Man. Ivan Nova played for the Yankees and Tigers. This is too hard. Like it's just such a hard thing to let's see. I'm gonna ask AI. Which MLB players have played?
I'm doing that same
thing. The Yankees,
right
Mariners, Tigers.
If this is right, Ibanez, Raul
Ibanez played for the Blue Jays and Tigers?
if that's right. I think he played for the Tigers. I think I remember that. I don't remember. Is that right?
I'm looking that up. Raul Ibanez played for neither the Blue Jays nor
No,
the
he
Tigers.
didn't. Wow, so they're just wrong.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, well, Yankees, Mariners, I know that. And then it's like, yeah, no. So the AI just sucks.
Yeah. All right. I don't know, Rob. You're going to need to give us the answer. A couple more questions. First, from Anthony at Ventola. And do you expect Aaron Boone to be outmanaged again this series?
Why wouldn't I? You know,
Exactly.
Cora
I heard
eats
that,
Boone's lunch, like that stupid line
yeah,
I hear.
Cora eats his lunch, and
What is that?
Schneider manages circles around him. Those are the two, right?
Yeah. Did we have like an epidemic of people who were bullied and got like their lunch money stolen or something? Because like the same people that crap all over Boone always use these same turns of phrase, and it like
Yeah.
it's weird. They're so specific. I've never once said he eats his lunch like I drink your milkshake. It's so weird.
It's super weird. I think that brings last from NYY fan at NYYNYGGSW. Not really a question, but I think the Yankees already made it past their toughest series en route to the World Series. I mean,
That's
from
just...
if you believe that the Yankees are the best team, which I think we both probably do, then
I don't know about in baseball, but in the AL.
In the AL. Yeah. Then getting out of the shortest series would follow from that perspective. But I don't know that it's necessarily the case that the Red Sox are the toughest possible opponent or the best possible matchup, or I don't know.
No, yeah, I agree with that though. That lane, if you think they're the best in the shorter the series, the more at risk you are. You want the longest series possible. So we got the shortest one out of the way, but a 5-game series against the Blue Jays, man. Like even if the Yankees are favored, what, like 55%, 60% max, right? Like that.
Yeah.
So let's see. Flip anywhere.
I know the Fangraphs playoff odds have the Yankees at rather more likely to win the World Series. Yeah, they have them at 16.5% to Toronto's 8.8. They have the Yankees at 57% to win the ALDS to Toronto's 43. Obviously, that changes depending on the projection system. You have 55-45. I don't know what the ATC projection system is, but that has the Yankees as 62-38. The BAT is like 58-42. Oopsie, 60-40. Season to date, 54-46.
I've never pronounced it like oopsie.
And the coin flip, 50-50, as you can imagine.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the Yankees are a little bit favored, but even suppose they're favored 60-40. Stuff that has a 40% chance of happening happens all the time.
All the time.
And that is what people need to remember about baseball. Like there was that guy who was deep in both of our mentions after game one, who was saying that because Vegas favored the Yankees, he expected that they would win game one.
It was and like 55%.
The implied probability was, like 55 or 56%. You think that something that happens 44% of the time doesn't happen?
Yeah,
it's like just as likely almost as you flipping a coin. I think I responded that to him. I was like, oh, so when you flip a coin and you get tails, you're shocked?
Yeah, no, his whole thing was ridiculous too, because he said, yeah, I thought it was unlikely the Yankees would beat Crochet game one, but then I saw the Vegas odds and I thought, oh, well, looks like saw that 55% and thought they got a great shot here. It's like,
also the odds are not trying to tell you what's going to happen in the game. They're trying to get money to come in certain ways.
Yes. It's people, honestly, it's a whole aside, but sports betting, gambling has just poisoned everybody's brains. It's brutal.
Correct.
I have never touched it and I don't intend to, but it's just, man, it's just poisoning people. Yeah. The way they think about everything is now like, I almost like that they're thinking more in probability, but they're using this stupid mechanism with which to do it. And it's just,
it's extremely frustrating.
Yep.
We're through our listener and follower questions. Thank you to everyone who submitted them.
I'm still mad about this 4 teams thing. And I'm not going to let it go.
I'm gonna have to get that answer from Rob.
Wonder how he got the answer. How did he know?
Rob just knows things.
But there's no way he could know it's only 2 without doing
that's true. I do wonder how he figured that out. Anything?
has to
I
be
mean,
a
like, what
has to
else
be a
is there
way.
to say? Oh, I know what else there is to say about this series, and it's thanks to the great Michael Casper at Casper Stats.
Oh,
Give me
yeah,
just one moment here.
I saw that thread. That's good stuff. Everything Casper does is good.
Yes, everything Casper does is good. That's absolutely true.
Never done a bad thing in his life, that man.
I think he would disagree with that, but
Probably.
yeah, because like Christians, we're all sinners, etc. So this is a graphic that
Catholic
Michael
guilt.
Casper created, which is awesome. And the way to read this is you have the Yankees hitting on the left, how they rank relative to the league.
Do you see something? Because I don't see anything on my screen. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but
yeah, you're supposed to. It shows to me as I'm sharing this image.
Where is it on your? It doesn't. Whatever. Just keep
That's
going.
weird.
I
hope
seen
it shows. Yeah. So you have how the Yankees hit versus how the Blue Jays pitch. And what Casper would call your attention to is the Blue Jays pitchers don't rank very well. They're like, 19th in the league in weighted on base average allowed, weighted on base average with RISP allowed, RISP, of course, being runners in scoring position. That was crazy.
God.
Sometimes I read it that way in my head, but I never pronounce it that way. OPS allowed and runs per game allowed. The Yankees are first, fifth, first, and first in those categories. So what this would suggest is that the Yankees have a really good offense and the Blue Jays might have more of a middling pitching staff than you might expect. The Yankees don't make a ton of contact. The Blue Jays don't allow a ton of contact. If you wanted to give the Blue Jays something in that regard, you'd point that out. The Blue Jays limit barrels decently well. But they also don't get a ton of ground balls. The Yankees have a lot of guys who hit the ball really hard. What I noticed is the Blue Jays have blown the most leads in baseball. Jeff Hoffman loves putting guys on base.
Yeah, he sucks. Well, he doesn't suck.
He doesn't suck, but
nasty,
he's put guys on base a lot, and he's gotten out of it more than you'd expect it, and he gives up home runs.
Yeah, he's kind of been, I think, in a different shape, but he's kind of been not dissimilar from Devin Williams at times, I think, where he's really nasty, gets a lot of strikeouts, and but he gives up more home runs in hard contact, I think, than Devin does. It's a different kind of thing. And I think he's been less unlucky than Devin has. But bottom line results-wise, it's kind of been like they brought in this big reliever, and he kind of struggled at times.
Yeah, and then we can see where the Blue Jays are really good is they hit for a high average, which extends to when they have runners in scoring position. They don't swing and miss or strike out. They got shut out a lot. They also had a lot of comeback wins. The Yankees don't rank quite as well. The pitchers on the Yankees don't rank quite as well in their performance with runners on base or in scoring position than you might want when facing a team like this. So the key for the Yankees will be to limit traffic on the bases because the Blue Jays don't exactly hit like a million home runs. And the key for the Yankees will be to elevate the ball.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think I think Kevin Gausman's kind of like a good representation of what we're going to be dealing with.
Yep.
Which is might get some strikeouts, right? But there's going to be some loud contact when you do make contact. And
exactly.
That's what you're banking on.
Yeah. The Yankees hit 83 more home runs than the Blue Jays this regular season. And they got to
do that.
I would argue that in order for them to beat the Blue Jays, they will need to do that. Teams that out-homered their opponents went 5-1 in the wild card series. The only team to lose, ironically enough, was the Yankees. They had the Volpe solo homer off Crochet and didn't score again. The Yankees are going to need to hit home runs in this series. And I think you can make a decent argument that they will, but they'll have to limit traffic on the bases for Toronto, and they'll have to take advantage and hit home runs, especially when guys are on base, if they want to win this series, which I assume they do.
They're not going to win many series by hitting 2 home runs every 3 games. It's just not going to work.
No,
it's not going to.
2 home runs every 3 innings would be a lot better.
Yeah, you're not going to get a Cam Schlittler start like this.
Nope.
Every series.
Probably not going to get a
maybe
Max
ever
Fried
again.
start like every series.
Yeah. So yeah, I still can't believe he actually pitched better than Crochet did. Like that.
He
Really
did.
think about how dominated we were by Crochet, and we're thinking
Yeah.
like, wow, that's such an overwhelming advantage for that team to have.
And then Cam Schlittler was like, watch
Schlittler's
this.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest things I've seen in a while. It's one of my
All
favorite playoff memories in a long time.
Oh my gosh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep.
Steve, it's time for us to rank our confidence out of 10 in the New York Yankees. And Waleed set the standard for you because you keep trying to bastardize it.
Well, look, 10, he did it this time.
10 is certain that the Yankees will
win this series, right? We're talking about.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to do this, and we're going to have to do the normal one.
Okay, all right. I mean, the normal one.
What odds do you give the Yankees of winning this series?
I don't know how I can deviate from like what the odds are, kind of. But
I mean, I think it's between like 50 and 60%, right?
Right. But then I'll add on 1 point of my confidence in this team because I do love this team, and I'm a little probably more optimistic than I should be. But then the starting pitching situation being behind in that, go 7.
Yeah, I was thinking 6.5.
Yeah, I'll go 7.
But then on the normal scale, I'm at like a 9.5 because Cam Schlittler just has me so juiced.
Yeah, well, that one is now pure vibes. So yeah, 9.5. Yeah, whatever it is. That was awesome. Just so awesome.
It was
everything.
Awesome.
And then he's on Twitter today, just clowning Red Sox.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Yeah, if Red Sox fans learned one thing, it's don't come after Cam Schlittler.
They came after his mom, and he got pissed.
Yeah,
and he went out there
and then he went out and threw
them.
102 and passed everyone. Yeah.
Because like Boone was saying, like, I'm not going to tell you what he told me last night, but I was confident he was ready to come out here. I have no doubt he was like, yo, they've been messing with me, and I'm going to go shut them the hell down. Yeah,
he did. He delivered.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Any parting shots before the Yankees embark on this series against Toronto?
No, it's weird. It's like 4 p.m. tomorrow. This whole thing starts. Doesn't feel right. But weird. I'm excited. I don't want to lose, but we got a great memory now, no matter what. We have a memory forever. So that's what I'm the rest of today, I'm going to let myself probably rewatch highlights another 5 or 6 times.
Absolutely.
Before I go to sleep tonight, then, because once the new series starts, all the old highlights don't feel like you can't appreciate them anymore. Yeah. It's like you had this little gap in here to like just bask in the glow of it. So I'm going to do that and then gear up for what should be a good series. I think the Yankees are favored in. So yeah, we'll see.
Let's stay alive. Not ready for the season to be over. Keep it going.
Nope.
All right. Well, Steve, that wraps this up. People can keep up with everything we do at yankeesfiles.com. They can follow us on Twitter where we are at Yankees Files. The podcast is available wherever you get your podcast with the added bonus of video for our Spotify listeners and viewers. We hope that if you enjoy the podcast, you'll rate, review, subscribe, download it a bunch of times, play it a million times, leave comments, like it, give it 5 stars, whatever the positive method of interaction is on the platform that you choose. We hope if you don't like it, you just juice the listener numbers and don't interact negatively at all. The full video podcast also goes up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@crosstownsports. You can subscribe over there and you'll never miss one. Steve, we will be back sometime, someplace to recap the series that was against the Toronto Blue Jays. And until then,
I hope it's another emergency happy pod.
Absolutely.
And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, hit ball over